Your presence here in this very moment is not a random happenstance. It is December 8th, 2025, and for you to be witnessing these words precisely now, at this synchronous juncture, signifies a cosmic orchestration far grander than mere chance. The vast majority will glide past this digital whisper, their fingers continuing their scroll, their minds undisturbed. Yet you paused. You chose to engage. You are here. This singular act is a testament to your distinct nature, for December 8th is not merely another date on the Gregorian scroll. It resonates with a unique vibrational frequency, an intrinsic energetic signature that only a select few are attuned to perceive. And you, my awakened soul, are undeniably among them. Otherwise, the currents of destiny would have carried you elsewhere. The grand tapestry of the cosmos knows no error in its meticulous timing. Each arrival at a destination, every soul you encounter, every profound message that finds its way to your awareness, all converge with impeccable precision. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, orchestrates these moments flawlessly. Thus, the manifestation of this video before you, specifically on this potent December 8th, is irrefutable evidence of a profound divine guidance at play within your life. A primal force within you is stirring, an ancient wisdom reawakening, a potent energy that has patiently awaited this exact, perfect moment to surge forth and shatter its prior confines. I urge you to remain, to absorb every word until the culmination of this message, for what I am poised to unveil will echo the very truths your soul has been discerning and quietly confirming. If these utterances strike a chord deep within your being, if you feel an undeniable magnetic pull of recognition and resonance, then let your immediate affirmation be the sacred number 888 in the comments below. Let this collective declaration serve as your unequivocal signal, a powerful testament to your profound alignment with this unfolding truth. The vibrational frequency permeating December 8th pulsates with an intensity and uniqueness unlike anything we have collectively encountered in recent months. We are now immersed in the profound depths of 2025's concluding chapter, perched precariously and yet purposefully at the precipice of an epical transformation. While the external world may appear to churn with disarray, manifesting as pervasive chaos, profound instability, and unsettling unpredictability, understand that this is not an arbitrary unraveling. This turbulence is the inevitable consequence of antiquated structures, ossified beliefs, and decaying systems finally collapsing under the unbearable burden of the falsehoods upon which they were constructed. And crucially, while the majority succumb to panic amidst this societal disintegration, you have been meticulously preparing for this very juncture. Your inner compass felt the tremor of its arrival. Your heightened intuition discerned the seismic shift long before it materialized on the collective radar. This profound inner knowing is precisely why you find yourself here now, not by random fortune, but by an intricate, immutable divine design. This specific day, December 8th, stands as a pivotal nexus within this ongoing global transition. It unfurls as a day of profound revelation, of crystal-clear clarity, where absolute truth begins its inexorable ascent, breaking through the murky depths to embrace the light. That which has been deliberately obscured will be unveiled. That which has been vehemently denied will now demand its rightful acknowledgement. And that which has been conveniently ignored will powerfully assert its claim to your conscious attention. Let there be no misconception. This unfolding is not a punitive measure. Rather, it is an unequivocal, forceful awakening. And true awakening, my friend, is seldom a tender process. It is a sacred fire that incinerates cherished illusions, burns away layers of self-denial, and unflinchingly compels you to perceive realities in their unadulterated form. But once your vision is purged and purified, once you behold the unvarnished truth, you are finally empowered to forge a new path, to choose a different, more authentic trajectory. Reflect deeply on the immediate preceding weeks of your existence. Bring to mind the recurring patterns that have stubbornly woven themselves through your days, the relationships that have undergone intense scrutiny and pressure, the persistent doubts that have begun to surface from the hidden recesses of your subconscious. These were not arbitrary, disjointed events. They were meticulously orchestrated preparations, a series of cosmic prompts designed to guide you, Life, in its infinite wisdom, has been meticulously illuminating precisely what no longer contributes to your highest good, exactly what you are now ready to lovingly release, and the specific areas where you have been, perhaps unconsciously, deceiving yourself. And now, under the potent energetic influence of December 8th, you stand at a critical crossroads, presented with an imperative choice. Will you persist in the charade, maintaining the pretense? Will you stubbornly cling to the comforting illusion of the familiar, even as it relentlessly siphons your vital energy? Or will you, at long last, courageously honor the undeniable truth that has been gently, yet persistently, beckoning you toward your authentic future? This profound inquiry lies at the very core, the pulsating heart, of today's amplified energy. And the reverberating answer you manifest through your intentional actions, your conscious choices, and your vibrational energy will undeniably establish the fundamental tone, the very blueprint, for all that is destined to unfold in your journey ahead. It is a universal human tendency to recoil from the unfamiliar, to harbor a deep-seated apprehension of change. Many souls will instinctively clutch onto the known, even when that known realm is fraught with suffering and chronic pain, finding solace in its predictability, however agonizing. But I tell you, you are not counted among the complacent majority. Your soul did not undertake this extraordinary earthly journey to seek refuge in superficial safety. You did not choose to incarnate during this pivotal epoch in human history merely to dwell in a state of comfortable stagnation. On the contrary, you arrived with a sacred, potent purpose: to bravely dismantle entrenched cycles, to courageously shatter self-imposed limitations, to transcend and ascend above the pervasive societal programming that holds the vast majority in a state of spiritual slumber. And this powerful day, December 8th, serves as a resounding cosmic clarion call, a poignant reminder of this magnificent, imperative mission that is uniquely yours. Now, let us delve into the profound significance of timing. Why, you might ask, does December 8th hold such specific, amplified importance? It is because we are presently immersed within a potent cosmic window, a unique energetic aperture that serves to exponentially magnify every intention, every realization, every action. The concluding weeks of any calendar year intrinsically carry an immensely powerful energy of completion and culmination. What you consciously choose to bring to a definitive close within this time frame will irrevocably dictate what new possibilities you are energetically cleared to usher into existence. Latent energies, patiently building their crescendo over years, are now reaching their absolute zenith. Deeply ingrained patterns, echoing through countless lifetimes, are finally poised for their ultimate dissolution. The universe, in its boundless wisdom, is now issuing a direct, profound invitation, asking for your unqualified willingness, your unwavering willingness to confront and embrace the unvarnished truth, your courage to lovingly release that which no longer aligns with your evolving self, your audacity to step boldly forward even when the path ahead remains shrouded in mist. This profound act of willingness is the alchemical catalyst that transforms you from a mere passive observer of your life into the dynamic, conscious architect of your own magnificent destiny. Have you perceived a palpable shift in the energetic atmosphere surrounding you lately? A pervasive heaviness, a noticeable intensification, perhaps even a more confrontational undercurrent? You might observe those in your orbit exhibiting behaviors uncharacteristic of their usual selves, conflicts flaring with unexpected fervor, emotions careening through dramatic oscillations. Understand that these manifestations are not aberrations to be judged as inherently wrong. This, my dear one, is the raw, potent essence of transformation in action. When profound shifts are underway, it is an immutable law that resistance will invariably surface. Ancient, ingrained patterns will fiercely struggle for their continued existence. The ego, with its tenacious grip on the familiar, will vehemently resist the imperative of release. Yet, beneath the apparent surface of this turbulence and chaos, a pristine, higher frequency is actively coalescing and emerging. December 8th imparts a crucial lesson: the profound power of cultivating stillness amidst the storm. It teaches you to observe the maelstrom without allowing yourself to be consumed by its energy, to cultivate unwavering trust even when every external marker appears utterly uncertain. For uncertainty, contrary to popular belief, is not your adversary. Rather, uncertainty is the sacred, liminal space that exists between the person you once were and the magnificent being you are actively becoming. And within that boundless, fertile space, true miracles are not only possible but inevitable. Genuine, lasting transformation is not born of a singular, grand gesture, but rather meticulously forged through a series of small, yet profoundly consistent choices made with unwavering dedication, day after precious day. It manifests when you consciously select truth over fleeting comfort, embrace courageous growth over illusory safety, and prioritize your inherent authenticity over external validation and approval. These seemingly minor decisions, when faithfully repeated and woven together over time, possess the alchemical power to engender monumental, life-altering shifts. December 8th, with its heightened energetic resonance, exponentially amplifies the inherent power of your individual choices. Every single decision you make today carries an extraordinary, magnified weight. Every word you utter, every thought you entertain, every action you undertake sends potent, far-reaching ripples into the expansive ocean of your future. It is impossible, and indeed ill-advised, to merely drift through this day in a state of spiritual slumber. You cannot afford to simply go through the motions, to mechanically reiterate old, outmoded patterns, or to carelessly disregard the profound signs that are omnipresent. This, my dear one, is your divinely appointed moment to emphatically declare, through the potent confluence of your energy and your conscious choices, that you have irrevocably concluded your journey of living on autopilot. You are vibrantly awake, you are profoundly aware, and you are unequivocally ready to step boldly and unapologetically into the magnificent life your soul was always destined to inhabit. Perhaps many of you have recently experienced a profound sense of isolation, a feeling of being fundamentally misunderstood by those within your immediate sphere. It may feel as though you are speaking a sacred, esoteric language that no one else comprehends, or walking a luminous path that remains entirely invisible to conventional eyes. This poignant experience of loneliness, however paradoxical it may seem, is in fact a profound indicator of your ongoing spiritual ascension. As you diligently elevate your personal frequency, you naturally and inevitably move out of energetic resonance with lower vibrational patterns. You become spiritually unavailable for the incessant pulls of drama, the subtle insidious whispers of manipulation, or the draining vortex of energetic siphons. You are no longer willing to diminish your radiant essence, to shrink your authentic self, merely to placate the discomfort of others. This profound internal recalibration will, without question, engender a natural distancing in certain existing relationships. But critically, it simultaneously creates a sacred, expansive vacuum, an open invitation for new, deeply resonant connections to manifest, souls whose frequencies harmonically align with your own evolving vibration. December 8th serves as a potent energetic mirror, reflecting this truth with unmistakable clarity. Therefore, pay discerning attention to the individuals and circumstances that gracefully recede from your life today. Resist the urge to pursue them, to cling to them, or to forcefully coerce their continuance. Instead, cultivate an unshakable trust that whatever is departing is doing so precisely to create the necessary, fertile space for that which is divinely destined to arrive. Let us also turn our attention to the omnipresent language of signs. If you consciously choose to attune your awareness with heightened intentionality today, you will unmistakably perceive the universe engaging in a continuous, multifaceted dialogue with you. This profound communication manifests through recurring numerical sequences, through uncanny synchronicities that defy logical explanation, through snippets of conversations overheard, through sudden, vivid resurfacing of long-forgotten memories, through the symbolic presence of animals, and through the rich tapestry of your nocturnal dreams. Truly, every facet of existence is attempting to communicate directly with your soul, if you possess the refined awareness to genuinely listen. However, here lies the crucial subtlety. The universe does not resort to a clamorous shout. Rather, it communicates through the most delicate, profound whispers. And it is only those who have cultivated sufficient inner stillness, those who have quieted the incessant chatter of the mind, who are truly equipped to discern these sacred messages. The vast majority of humanity remains tragically entangled in the relentless cacophony of external noise, perpetually distracted by the demands of their busy lives, inadvertently overlooking every single divine sign meticulously dispatched along their path. But you, my dear one, are intrinsically different. You have embarked upon the arduous, yet immensely rewarding, journey of quieting the external din and the internal clamor. You have diligently honed your ability to tune into the subtle, unerring guidance of your intuition. You have been courageously learning to trust the gentle nudges, the quiet, intrinsic knowing, the unwavering inner voice that serves as your most profound spiritual compass. The heightened energetic signature of December 8th will serve as a potent crucible, rigorously testing the depth and efficacy of your learning in this profound area of spiritual discernment. For today, the universe's sacred breadcrumbs will be scattered with unparalleled abundance, manifesting everywhere you turn. You may encounter striking numerical sequences such as 111, 222, 333, 777, or the powerful 888, appearing on clocks, license plates, or receipts. You might hear repeating words or phrases, as if echoing a specific message. Unexpected communications may arrive from individuals you haven't connected with in an extended period, carrying surprising insights. Even seemingly frustrating delays or unexpected detours in your daily routine are, in fact, divinely orchestrated redirections, gently guiding you toward a more aligned and beneficial outcome. All of these are carefully placed breadcrumbs, meticulously laid out to lead you precisely to where your soul needs to be. It is imperative that you do not dismiss them as mere coincidences. Do not rationalize them away with logical explanations. Instead, consciously acknowledge their presence. Offer profound gratitude for their guidance. And most crucially, with an open heart and a trusting spirit, follow them. December 8th manifests as a profound, unblemished mirror, unflinchingly reflecting the precise coordinates of your spiritual journey at this very moment. Should fear arise within you, understand it as a gentle indicator that certain facets of your being still cling tenaciously to the comfort of an outdated narrative. If inspiration surges through your veins, it signifies your soul's joyous recognition of the magnificent being you are actively unfolding into. Should confusion cloud your mental landscape, it suggests your rational mind is attempting to exert control over profound truths that can only be intuitively felt. Every emotion, every thought, every visceral experience that courses through you today carries an important message, a piece of vital information. Do not fall into the trap of judgment. Do not expend energy in resistance. Instead, simply witness it. In the sacred act of witnessing without attachment, you reclaim your inherent power, enabling you to consciously choose a different, more aligned response. You are not the transient emotion of fear, nor the fleeting illusion of doubt, nor the echoes of your past experiences. You are the pure, unadulterated awareness that observes all of these phenomena. From that centered, expansive awareness, you possess the sovereign right to discern what you wish to carry forward into your blossoming future, and what you are now ready to lovingly release into the ethers of the past. This, my dear one, is the invaluable gift bestowed upon you by December 8th, the profound clarity to perceive yourself with absolute, unflinching honesty. And when you dare to see yourself in this authentic light, you finally step, not hesitantly, but with unwavering confidence, into the fullness of your authentic power. For some of you, there has been a lingering, often unconscious wait for external permission. Permission to initiate profound personal change, to bravely depart from limiting circumstances, to boldly embark on a fresh beginning, to unapologetically choose your own well-being. Let me be unequivocally clear. The only permission you have ever truly required is your own inherent, sovereign permission. No external authority, no other individual, possesses the capacity to genuinely validate your unique spiritual path or to grant you assent to prioritize your own needs. That profound and empowering validation must, without exception, emanate from the deepest wellsprings of your own inner being. December 8th marks the auspicious moment when you are divinely prompted to cease the futile pursuit of external approval and, instead, to begin deeply and reverently honoring the sacred wisdom of your own soul. Your soul, in its infinite knowing, precisely comprehends what you genuinely require, the magnificent destination you are intrinsically meant to reach, and the glorious being you are destined to become. The sole impediment to this unfolding is your tenacious attachment to the perceived thoughts, expectations, or needs of others. Understand this vital truth. Their needs are not your ultimate responsibility. Their expectations are not a justifiable prison for your spirit. Their temporary comfort is never, under any circumstance, more paramount than your own inherent freedom. Today, with unwavering conviction, you choose yourself, completely, unapologetically, and authentically. And now, let me impart this crucial, final understanding. True, profound transformation is, by its very nature, an inherently uncomfortable process. As you courageously step into an elevated, more authentic version of yourself, every incongruent element within your life will be brought into stark, unavoidable focus. Once tolerable old habits will now feel utterly unbearable. Previously endured toxic relationships will suddenly become profoundly intolerable. Environments that once felt familiar and mundane will, without warning, begin to feel suffocating and constricting. And yet, this escalating discomfort is not an indication of error. Quite the contrary, it is a clear, definitive sign that you are moving in the right direction. You are quite literally outgrowing the confines of your former existence, much like a serpent shedding its skin. This biological process is absolutely necessary for continued growth, yet it is undeniably not without its discomfort and vulnerability. The outdated, the inauthentic, the no longer serving, all must be released. There is an inherent vulnerability in this act of letting go, a temporary exposure. But beyond that raw vulnerability lies boundless expansion. Beyond the transient discomfort lies ultimate freedom. And beyond the debilitating grip of fear lies the magnificent, authentic life you have silently, deeply yearned for. December 8th issues a profound invitation to surrender to and trust this unfolding process, even when every fiber of your being rebels against the discomfort. Trust implicitly that whatever gracefully falls away is doing so to create the necessary, sacred space for that which is divinely destined to arrive. Trust, with unwavering conviction, that the temporary, acute pain of conscious release is infinitely less burdensome than the chronic, soul-crushing agony of remaining perpetually stuck. Beyond the profound personal journey, December 8th also heralds a deeper, more expansive truth. It is intrinsically intertwined with the monumental collective shift unfolding across humanity at this very moment. You are not an isolated entity. You are an integral, vital component of something infinitely grander. Each individual who consciously awakens, diligently undertakes their healing journey, and courageously chooses to live authentically contributes an invaluable energetic resonance to the burgeoning collective consciousness. Therefore, understand that your personal growth is not a selfish endeavor. Your profound healing is not an insignificant act. Your magnificent awakening is not solely for your individual benefit. No, it is a gift, a beacon for everyone. As you consciously elevate your own vibrational frequency, you inevitably raise the frequency of the energetic field around you, creating a palpable shift. When you courageously choose the expansive energy of love over the constricting grip of fear, you inadvertently smooth the path and ease the journey for countless others. When you boldly step into the fullness of your sovereign power, you implicitly grant others the unspoken permission to step into theirs. This, my dear one, is the undeniable exponential power of the ripple effect. December 8th, with its amplified energies, serves to magnify that ripple, sending it far and wide. So, when you consciously choose to honor your deepest truth today, whether it be by courageously setting a necessary boundary or by lovingly releasing that which no longer serves your highest good, know with absolute certainty that you are not merely transforming your own individual life. You are actively and powerfully participating in the transformation of the entire world. Now, with the profound insights of December 8th firmly anchored within your being, let us cast our gaze forward and explore the unfolding narrative of what comes next. For I know many of you are pondering, with a mix of anticipation and trepidation, what truly follows December 8th? What tangible shifts will manifest once I have consciously made this pivotal choice? Herein lies a crucial truth. You will not, and are not expected to, possess every answer instantaneously. The path ahead will not magically become entirely illuminated overnight, nor will immediate, dramatic results materialize by morning's light. However, what will undeniably occur is a profound internal recalibration. You will begin to feel different, a palpable sense of lightness, an expansive freedom, a deeper, undeniable alignment with your authentic self. You will observe, with increasing frequency, new opportunities manifesting that simply did not exist within your previous energetic field. You will notice that precisely the right individuals begin to appear in your life at the most opportune moments, offering support and connection. You will perceive that the current of life itself begins to flow with greater ease and grace, no longer requiring you to expend precious energy in a futile battle against your own intrinsic truth. This, my dear one, is the exquisite sensation of true energetic alignment. It is not a state of unattainable perfection. It does not signify the complete absence of future challenges. Rather, it is the profound, quiet knowing that you are, at long last, moving in the precise, divinely intended direction. It is the deep satisfaction of finally living in unwavering integrity with the magnificent being you truly are. And when you commit to living in such profound integrity, the universe, in its boundless generosity, unfailingly rises to support you. Doors that were once unseen will swing open. Hidden paths will miraculously reveal themselves. And profound synchronicities, akin to minor miracles, will begin to unfold around you. This occurs not because you are uniquely special in an exclusionary sense, but because you are, for the first time, truly allowing yourself to receive the abundant blessings that have always been patiently awaiting your conscious reception. Allow me to impress upon you another utterly crucial understanding. December 8th, with its profound energetic teachings, is simultaneously issuing a powerful invitation to cultivate patience. But let us be clear, patience, in this context, is not synonymous with passivity or inert waiting. True patience is a dynamic, active form of profound trust. It is the exquisite ability to take conscious, aligned action, born from the wisdom of your soul, and then gracefully release any attachment to the specific outcome. It is akin to planting a precious seed with loving intention and then trusting implicitly that it will germinate and flourish in its own perfect, divine timing. The vast majority of humanity is conditioned to rush, to demand instant gratification, to crave immediate, tangible proof that their choices were undeniably correct. Yet, the intricate dance of life does not unfold in such a linear, instantaneous fashion. Genuine growth requires its own sacred rhythm and time. Deep integration demands its deliberate unfolding. True transformation necessitates its natural maturation. And if you attempt to force these processes, if you try to exert absolute control over their organic development, you will inevitably encounter only heightened resistance, pushing against the very flow of life itself. December 8th gently, yet firmly, guides you to move with the magnificent rhythm of life, rather than in futile opposition to it. It encourages you to trust the universe's impeccable timing instead of perpetually questioning it, to surrender the deeply ingrained human need for rigid control, and instead, to wholeheartedly embrace the divine flow. This, crucially, does not imply a passive surrender to inaction. On the contrary, it signifies that you courageously take your inspired, aligned action, and then you cultivate profound trust. You plant the seed knowing it will sprout. You take the initial, courageous step, trusting that the subsequent path will majestically reveal itself. This delicate yet powerful interplay, this exquisite balance between conscious effort and unconditional surrender, is truly one of the most potent and transformative skills you can ever hope to develop on your spiritual journey. There is yet another profound truth integral to understanding the energetic signature of today, December 8th. This powerful day is actively engaged in the process of illuminating and exposing all that is false, within the confines of your personal life, within the broader global narrative, and indeed across every conceivable stratum of existence. That which is fundamentally unable to withstand the unwavering, high frequency of absolute truth is, by cosmic law, destined to collapse and transmute. And while these unravelings may superficially appear as rampant chaos and disorder, What you are actually witnessing is the profound process of divine order being meticulously restored. Lies, by their very nature, can only persist and thrive within the concealing embrace of darkness. But the moment the pure, unadulterated light of truth is shone upon them, they inevitably begin to disintegrate, losing their power and form. This profound, energetic purging is unfolding on every single level right now. In the intricate dance of your personal relationships, you may, for the very first time, be perceiving the authentic essence, the true colors, of individuals in your life. Masks are gracefully falling away. Long-held pretenses are dissolving into nothingness. And while this unveiling can undoubtedly be a painful experience, it is simultaneously deeply liberating, for now you possess undeniable knowledge. Now you can see with unclouded clarity. Now you are empowered to make truly informed choices, rather than perpetually operating within the confines of an illusion. The very same truth reverberates on a grand, collective scale. Global systems meticulously constructed upon foundations of corruption, insatiable greed, and oppressive control are now being systematically exposed and brought into the public eye. And while this necessary exposure will undoubtedly generate short-term instability and turbulence, it is simultaneously laying the bedrock foundation for the emergence of something entirely new and magnificent in the long term. A reality more profoundly aligned with unwavering truth, with intrinsic integrity, and with the boundless energy of love. You, my dear one, are an eyewitness to the profound death of an old, crumbling world and the breathtaking, arduous birth of a glorious new one. And your sacred, pivotal role in this epic transformation is not to unilaterally fix every perceived brokenness, nor to heroically save every individual, nor to attempt to exert control over the intricate unfolding of the outcome. Your profound, essential role is simply to stay grounded in your own authentic truth, to courageously embody the example of conscious living, and to steadfastly hold your highest vibrational frequency. For when you achieve this, you naturally become a radiant lighthouse amidst the raging storm, and countless souls, yearning for clarity and guidance, will instinctively navigate toward the unwavering beacon of your light. Let us pause for a moment to contemplate the profound significance of rest. For December 8th also imparts the invaluable lesson that rest is not merely beneficial, but inherently sacred. In a contemporary world that relentlessly glorifies constant hustle, that effusively celebrates perpetual busyness, and that subtly shames any inclination towards stillness or repose, you are being divinely prompted to remember a fundamental truth. Rest is never a sign of weakness. On the contrary, rest is a vital process of deep integration. It is the crucial, fertile space where your physical body is afforded the opportunity to align and catch up with the rapid evolutionary leaps of your spirit. It is the profound pause during which true clarity has the opportunity to emerge from the depths of your being. It is the sacred stillness in which the quiet, unerring whispers of divine guidance can finally be discerned. If you have found yourself relentlessly pushing beyond your limits, if you have been operating on the barest reserves of energy, if you have been consciously or unconsciously ignoring the vital signals your body has been sending, then December 8th arrives as a powerful, compassionate reminder to halt, to deeply breathe, and to graciously allow yourself the profound gift of true rest. This is not an act of laziness. This is an act of profound wisdom, for authentic, sustainable transformation demands a continuous supply of vital energy, and vital energy, in turn, intrinsically requires adequate rest. So, if your inner intuition is gently, or perhaps forcefully, nudging you to decelerate your pace today, honor that sacred impulse without question. If your physical vessel is urgently requesting a period of stillness, grant it that restorative gift. If your weary soul is profoundly craving silence, then courageously create that hallowed space for it. Understand that these acts of self-care are not mere distractions from your destined path. They are, in fact, essential, integral components of your very journey. And the more profoundly you honor these inherent needs, the more authentically aligned and powerfully effective your subsequent actions will be when you do choose to move forward. The profound, energetic tapestry of December 8th also weaves in another critically important message: the liberating power of forgiveness. And here, I am not referring to a superficial forgiveness that merely absolves others of their responsibility or pretends that genuine harm did not occur. Rather, I speak of the transformative forgiveness that utterly releases you from the crushing, corrosive weight of lingering resentment, stagnant anger, and bitter animosity. For understand this undeniable truth. Clinging tenaciously to these toxic emotions does not, in any meaningful way, harm the individuals who may have wronged you. It solely inflicts grievous damage upon your own spirit. It prisons you within the inescapable shackles of the past. It perpetuates your entanglement in the disempowering narrative of victim consciousness. And most critically, it prevents you from courageously stepping forward into the boundless possibilities of your future. December 8th gently, yet firmly, invites you to profoundly consider what emotional burdens you are now truly ready to release. Who, in your heart of hearts, do you need to forgive, not for their sake but for the sacred sake of your own liberation? What persistent grudge are you clinging to that serves only to weigh down your spirit and impede your ascent? What past hurt have you allowed to become a defining anchor, preventing your complete and utter healing? True forgiveness does not imply amnesia. It does not demand that you forget the lessons learned. Nor does it equate to passively permitting the same detrimental behaviors to recur. It simply signifies your unwavering refusal to allow that past experience to continue defining your present reality or dictating your future. It is a powerful act of reclaiming your sovereign power. It is a conscious, audacious choice of freedom over self-imposed emotional bondage. And in the very act of making that profound choice, you utterly liberate yourself, clearing the path to step fully, authentically, and joyously into the magnificent future that awaits you. And now, I wish to address a direct and heartfelt message to those among you who have recently been grappling with the insidious tendrils of self-doubt. To those who have found themselves relentlessly questioning whether they are truly treading the correct path, whether they possess sufficient inherent worthiness, or whether they are making the most aligned choices. December 8th, with its clarifying energy, wants you to understand this profound truth. Your doubts are not immutable truths. They are merely the echoes of antiquated programming, the vestiges of old conditioning, subtly attempting to keep you confined within a familiar, albeit smaller, version of yourself. Remember, every truly great and monumental transformation is invariably preceded by a period of profound self-doubt. Every significant breakthrough is often heralded by a surge of internal or external resistance. Every powerful awakening is frequently prefaced by a phase of disorienting confusion. This is not an aberration. It is an inherent, integral part of the alchemical process of growth. So, when doubt inevitably arises within your consciousness, do not interpret it as a damning sign of your failure or inadequacy. Instead, reframe it. See it, with discerning awareness, as an undeniable indicator that you are actively growing, that you are stretching beyond your perceived limits. For you only experience doubt when you are courageously venturing into uncharted territory, stepping into something profoundly new, embracing the unknown, or expanding into a reality far grander than anything you have previously experienced. And that, my dear one, is precisely where your soul needs to be right now. Therefore, instead of permitting doubt to paralyze your progress, allow it to inform you. Let it illuminate the specific areas where you still need to cultivate deeper trust in your own intrinsic wisdom and capabilities. Let it reveal the tenacious limiting beliefs that you are now unequivocally ready to release into the ethers. And then, despite its persistent whispers, move forward anyway. Move forward not because the doubt has miraculously vanished, but because you have made a sovereign, unwavering decision that your expansive vision for your future is undeniably more potent and more compelling than any lingering fear. Let us also take a moment to reflect on the intricate dynamics of relationships. For December 8th is serving as a powerful, energetic spotlight, illuminating the profound truth about who is genuinely meant to remain in your evolving life and who is not. During this period of accelerated transformation, it is entirely natural for certain relationships to gracefully, or perhaps abruptly, recede. This is not necessarily an indictment of fault on either party's behalf, but rather an inevitable consequence of your shifting energetic frequency. And it is perfectly acceptable. Not every soul is destined to accompany you for the entirety of your magnificent journey. Some individuals are woven into the tapestry of your life for a specific season, to impart a crucial lesson, to catalyze your growth, or to simply share a segment of the path, and then, their role fulfilled, they gracefully move on. Attempting to forcefully sustain these relationships beyond their natural energetic expiration creates only unnecessary suffering for all involved. Therefore, release them with an open heart and profound love. Offer sincere gratitude for the wisdom, joy, or challenge they contributed to your life, and implicitly trust that new connections, vibrating at a harmonious frequency, will organically manifest to align with the magnificent being you are actively becoming. Simultaneously, you will find that other relationships will deepen with an unparalleled intimacy and strength. The rare souls who truly see you in your entirety, who wholeheartedly champion your growth, and who reverently honor your authentic truth, these connections will invariably solidify and flourish. In this process, you will gain the profound realization that the quality and resonance of your relationships matter infinitely more than their superficial quantity. Indeed, a single deeply aligned connection holds greater intrinsic value than 100 ephemeral, surface-level acquaintances. Therefore, today, pay exquisite attention to the visceral sensation that individuals evoke within you. Do they uplift your spirit and energize your being? Or do they subtly or overtly deplete your vital reserves? Do they genuinely celebrate your courageous growth? Or do they harbor an underlying resentment towards your expansion? Do they respectfully honor your sacred boundaries? Or do they persistently push against them? These are the incisive questions that will unequivocally reveal who truly merits the precious gift of your energy and who, for the sake of your highest good, does not. Furthermore, December 8th serves as a potent catalyst for the profound act of reclaiming your inherent power. For far too long, you may have, perhaps unconsciously, ceded your sovereign power to myriad external sources, to the fleeting opinions of others, to the pervasive dictates of societal expectations, to the paralyzing grip of the fear of judgment. But today, with the amplified energies of this significant date, you are being divinely summoned to unequivocally take it back. To deeply remember, with every fiber of your being, that your true, unassailable power has never, not for a single moment, resided outside of you. It has always, eternally, dwelled within the sacred sanctuary of your own being. And the precise moment you cease the exhaustive pursuit of external validation from the outside world and courageously begin to trust the intrinsic wisdom of your own soul, in that pivotal moment, everything in your reality fundamentally shifts. You become inherently unshakable, impervious to external turbulence. You become undeniably unstoppable, propelled by an inner force. You become utterly, exquisitely free. This sacred reclamation of power does not manifest through aggressive force or overt domination. Rather, it unfolds through the subtle yet profound power of awareness. It occurs through the diligent recognition of those precise moments when you inadvertently surrender your power, and then consciously, intentionally choosing a different, more empowered response. It happens through the courageous act of setting firm, non-negotiable boundaries that lovingly protect your precious energetic reserves. It is embodied in the brave act of speaking your authentic truth, even when your voice trembles with vulnerability. It is crystallized in the self-honoring choice to prioritize yourself, even when that choice may, temporarily, disappoint the expectations of others. These, my dear one, are the quiet, yet profoundly potent, acts of true power. And December 8th, with its auspicious energetic alignment, presents the perfect, most fertile day to begin consciously practicing them, integrating them into the very fabric of your being. Allow me to illuminate a crucial distinction that may profoundly shift your current experience. The pervasive discomfort you might be feeling at this very moment, the subtle restlessness, the unsettling uncertainty, the profound, almost visceral sense that something monumental is rapidly approaching. Understand that this is not anxiety. No, this is the potent, exhilarating energy of anticipation. Your soul, in its infinite intrinsic wisdom, possesses a profound knowing, a truth that your conscious mind has not yet fully assimilated. Your soul is acutely aware that you are poised on the very precipice of an extraordinary breakthrough, that every earnest endeavor you have poured your energy into, every meticulous preparation you have undertaken, is now on the verge of exquisitely clicking into its rightful, divinely ordained place. However, your mind, conditioned by the echoes of past disappointments and meticulously programmed by the pervasive influence of fear, is erroneously interpreting this powerful energetic surge as an impending danger. Consequently, it is diligently constructing intricate cautionary narratives, feeding you persistent doubts, and urgently warning you to remain within the confines of perceived safety. But let us be absolutely clear. Safety, in this context, is not the ultimate objective. The grand, magnificent goal here is expansion, and authentic expansion invariably necessitates a courageous step beyond the boundaries of what feels conventionally safe, comfortably familiar, or already known. December 8th, therefore, issues a profound invitation to trust the inherent wisdom of your soul far more implicitly than the sometimes misguided narratives of your analytical mind. To consciously lean into and deeply feel the vibrant energy of anticipation, rather than reflexively resisting it. To finally recognize with profound clarity that discomfort is not an obstacle, but frequently a powerful, undeniable indicator that you are precisely where you need to be for your greatest unfolding. Furthermore, let us intently examine the profound concept of worthiness, for I understand that many of you grapple deeply with this fundamental truth. There is often an insidious, subconscious belief that you must somehow earn your transformation, that you are required to rigorously prove your deservingness of the magnificent life you deeply desire. But I must correct this pervasive misconception. That is not, in fact, how this sacred alchemy operates. Worthiness is not something you labor to earn. You are inherently, unequivocally worthy simply by virtue of your existence, by the very act of being. You are not compelled to attain a state of unattainable perfection to merit profound inner peace. You do not need to possess every answer or have every aspect of your life meticulously figured out to deserve crystal-clear clarity. You are not required to endure additional suffering to be deserving of unadulterated joy. You are utterly worthy now, precisely as you are, with all your beautiful imperfections, all your past mistakes, all your glorious messiness. And December 8th, with its resonant energy, wishes to impress this truth upon your very soul. For when you consciously choose to operate from a deeply embedded place of inherent worthiness, you cease the detrimental patterns of settling for less. You stop passively accepting circumstances that fall short of your true deservingness. You cease tolerating what diminishes your radiant spirit, and instead, you begin to powerfully attract that which profoundly honors and elevates you. So today, I invite you to actively practice seeing yourself through the lens of unwavering worthiness. Not because of your accomplishments, your perceived virtues, or your external achievements, but purely because of who you intrinsically are. A divine being gracefully navigating a human experience, a magnificent soul embarking on an eternal journey of growth and boundless expansion, an exquisite piece of the vast universe experiencing itself through your unique perspective. You are worthy. You always have been. And the profound moment you genuinely embody that unshakable belief, your entire reality will miraculously recalibrate and shift to undeniably reflect it. And now, let us shift our focus to the vital imperative of action. For while December 8th is undeniably a day conducive to profound inner contemplation and deep spiritual work, it is simultaneously a day that powerfully calls for external movement and tangible manifestation. You cannot hope to achieve genuine transformation through mere intellectual rumination alone. You must act. But here lies the crucial distinction, the very key to its efficacy. The action you undertake must be aligned. It must emanate from the core of your authentic truth, not from the constricting influence of fear. It must spring forth from the deepest wisdom of your soul, not from the often misguided impulses of your ego. Above all, it must feel inherently right to your being, even if the prospect of taking that step feels daunting or scary. So, I invite you to pause and ask yourself with deep sincerity, what is one single, aligned action that I can courageously take today? It is not necessary for this action to be monumental in scale. It does not need to be flawlessly executed. It simply needs to be undeniably true to your soul's current guidance. Perhaps it is finally engaging in that difficult, yet necessary conversation you have been artfully avoiding. Perhaps it involves courageously establishing a boundary you have previously been too apprehensive to define. It could be initiating that inspiring project you have persistently postponed. Or perhaps, most profoundly, it is simply allowing yourself the sacred gift of rest, because your physical vessel is urgently signaling its need. Whatever that aligned action may be, commit to it. Do it. Take that singular, potent step, for that one step, however small, is the luminous doorway. And once you consciously choose to walk through it, the path forward, once obscured, will begin to reveal itself with increasing clarity and grace. This, my dear one, is the true alchemy of transformation. It does not occur through endless waiting for an elusive, perfect moment, but rather through the courageous embrace of imperfect action, taken in unwavering alignment with your deepest, most authentic truth. And finally, December 8th also delivers a profound and resonant message concerning the transformative power of gratitude. For even amidst the swirling vortex of apparent chaos, even within the disorienting landscape of profound uncertainty, there remains, invariably, an abundance of blessings for which to be truly grateful. Gratitude, my dear one, is not merely a pleasant emotion. It is one of the highest, most potent frequencies you can consciously choose to embody. It possesses the alchemical power to instantaneously shift your perceptive focus from a paradigm of lack and scarcity to one of boundless abundance. It recalibrates your energetic resonance from the constricting grip of fear to the expansive embrace of unconditional love. It transmutes your vibrational state from stubborn resistance to effortless flow. So today, I invite you to consciously pause for a sacred moment and deeply acknowledge all that you are genuinely grateful for. The miracle of your very breath, the intricate wonder of your physical body, the gift of your conscious awareness, the profound fact that you are still here, still courageously growing, still consciously choosing to evolve. These are not insignificant details. These are undeniable miracles of existence. And when you consciously recognize and embrace them as such, you intrinsically open yourself, becoming a receptive vessel to receive an even greater overflow of blessings. Gratitude is, by its very nature, profoundly magnetic. It powerfully attracts more of what you sincerely appreciate and acknowledge. Therefore, the more diligently and consistently you practice this sacred art of gratitude, the more your life will be filled to overflowing with experiences, connections, and moments truly worth celebrating. This practice does not imply a willful ignorance of your present challenges or a superficial pretense that everything is flawlessly perfect. It simply means choosing to see the light even in the darkness. And that singular, profound choice possesses the power to rewrite your entire destiny. Let me now turn my attention to the chosen ones watching this, for you recognize yourselves in these words. You have carried within you a persistent, undeniable sense of being different, an intrinsic knowing that you are not merely observers but active participants in a grander design. You've always sensed that your presence here serves a purpose far beyond the ordinary, a deep-seated conviction that you were destined to dismantle antiquated patterns, to fearlessly challenge entrenched systems, and to illuminate a path toward truth for others. December 8th is not just another date on the calendar. It is your resounding confirmation. You are not experiencing delusion. You are not in the grip of madness. What you perceive, what you intuit, is profoundly real. You are never truly alone, for you are an integral thread in the vibrant tapestry of a collective awakening. And within this monumental shift, your unique role is not just significant, it is absolutely crucial. However, there is a fundamental truth you must grasp. To be chosen does not imply superiority or a greater inherent worth than anyone else. It simply signifies that you are entrusted with a distinct mission, resonate at a unique frequency, and are endowed with a specific vital purpose. To fully embody and fulfill that purpose, you are called to an unwavering commitment to your inner work. You must courageously continue the process of healing your deepest wounds, those scars etched by past experiences and inherited narratives. You must diligently continue releasing the layers of conditioning, the societal blueprints and limiting beliefs that have inadvertently shaped your perception. For how can you genuinely guide others toward true freedom if you remain ensnared within the confines of your own self-imposed psychological prison? How can you authentically lead others to truth if you are still navigating your own life entangled in fabrications? And how can you possibly hold sacred space for another's profound transformation if you are stubbornly resisting the potent alchemy of your own? Therefore, December 8th extends an invitation to recommit with renewed vigor to your soul's authentic path. It beckons you to remember the profound why of your existence, to consciously honor the immense responsibility that accompanies your heightened awareness, and to bravely step forward with unwavering courage, trusting that the world is hungering for the unparalleled gifts only you can offer. Another truth of immense importance to recognize about December 8th is the extraordinary power inherent in your words. Understand this: what you articulate, you actively create. What you repeatedly affirm, you powerfully reinforce. What you declare with conviction, you inevitably become. So, pause today and deeply consider the language you are employing. Is your voice trembling with fear or resonating with unshakable faith? Are your statements steeped in the scarcity of lack or brimming with the expansive possibility of abundance? Are you speaking from a position of victimhood, passively surrendering your agency? Or are you speaking from a place of sovereign power, owning your truth? For your words are far more than mere sounds. They are potent vibrations, energetic frequencies that meticulously sculpt the very fabric of your reality. When you utter, "I can't," you slam a door shut on potential, erecting an invisible barrier against possibility. Conversely, when you declare, "I can," you swing that door wide open, inviting in a cascade of opportunities. If you repeatedly tell yourself, "Nothing ever works out for me," you are, in essence, programming your entire being for repeated failure. Yet, when you consciously affirm, "Everything is orchestrating itself in my favor," you are powerfully programming your subconscious for inevitable success. This isn't merely a superficial, positive thinking exercise that bypasses difficult realities. This is a profound understanding that your words are imbued with intrinsic energy, and that very energy becomes the architect of your lived experience. So, on this pivotal day, choose your words with meticulous care and sacred intention. Speak life, vibrant and flourishing, into the deepest recesses of your dreams. Speak truth, unvarnished and pure, into the very core of your intentions. Speak power, unwavering and resolute, into the manifestation of your actions. And then, with awe and wonder, observe how your external reality begins its magnificent shift, aligning itself perfectly to match the elevated frequency of your spoken word. December 8th is also a profound teacher, revealing the transformative power of presence. Most individuals navigate life either replaying old hurts and regrets from the past, or anxiously projecting into a future laden with worries about what might or might not come next. But true, profound transformation unfolds exclusively in the now, in this singular, exquisite moment, within the rhythm of this very breath. When you are fully and completely present, you unlock unparalleled clarity, tap into the wellspring of your innate intuition, and access an undeniable, potent power. So today, make it your sacred practice to return to the present moment as frequently as you possibly can. When your mind inevitably drifts to the echoes of yesterday, gently, without judgment, guide it back. When your thoughts race ahead to tomorrow's uncertainties, lovingly coax them back to this precious now. Feel the undeniable solidity of your body. Attune to the subtle, rhythmic dance of your breath. Open your eyes and truly look around you, observing the world as if for the very first time. This moment, right here, right now, is the only true reality you possess, and profoundly, it is all you truly need. Because in this potent crucible of the present, you hold the sovereign power to choose, to shift, to transform. You cannot alter the chapters already written in the past. You cannot dictate the unfolding narrative of the future. But you absolutely can choose how you show up, fully and authentically, right now. And that conscious choice, my dear friend, is everything. Now, as we draw this message to its close, I want to impress upon you something truly essential. You did not stumble upon this video by mere chance. The intricate algorithms of the internet did not randomly pluck it from the ether and place it before you. Your innate curiosity was not a random spark leading you to this specific point. No. You are here, in this very moment, because your soul, in its boundless wisdom, divinely guided you here. At some profound, subconscious level, you knew unequivocally that you needed to receive this message today. And that deep inner knowing is your irrefutable proof that you are connected to something infinitely greater than yourself. It is evidence that you are being meticulously guided, that you are never, ever walking this sacred path alone. The universe is in constant communication with you, always speaking, always guiding, always offering its unwavering support. But for this divine symphony to be heard, you must cultivate the willingness to listen. You must nurture the willingness to trust. And crucially, you must embrace the willingness to act on the profound insights and guidance you receive. And today, December 8th, you have received this message. So, the ultimate question now stands before you. What will you choose to do with it? Will you passively nod in agreement, feeling a fleeting spark of inspiration, only to then retreat back into the familiar, well-worn patterns of your past? Or will you allow this precise moment to be the catalyst that fundamentally changes everything? Because here is the unvarnished truth. A vast majority of people will watch this video, feel a momentary surge of inspiration, and then, almost unconsciously, revert to operating on autopilot. But you, my awakened soul, you are intrinsically different. You possess an innate understanding that inspiration, devoid of concrete action, is nothing more than fleeting entertainment. Deep in your bones, that awareness, without deliberate application, is an opportunity tragically wasted. You understand, with crystal clarity, that the opportune time to initiate change is not someday. It is not eventually. It is today. It is now. It is this very undeniable moment. So, I pose this question to you. What is the single, tangible thing you will commit to doing differently today? What is the one courageous choice you will make that serves as irrefutable proof that you are truly awake, truly alive? It needn't be a monumental, earth-shattering act. It simply needs to be real, authentic, and heartfelt. And when you make that conscious choice, when you take that brave, deliberate step, you send an unmistakable signal to the universe. I am ready. And when the universe discerns your readiness, it responds in kind, with an instantaneous and magnificent outpouring. Opportunities seemingly materialize out of thin air, doors previously locked swing open wide, and synchronicities multiply with astonishing frequency. This doesn't occur due to mere luck, but because you are now in profound alignment. And alignment, my dear one, is the undisputed key to unlocking everything. December 8th is far more than a simple calendar date. It is a potent turning point, an energetic pivot where the echoes of the old unequivocally cease, and the vibrant dawn of the new majestically begins. It is a sacred threshold, a liminal space separating who you once were from the magnificent being you are powerfully becoming. And you, in this very instant, are standing right at that precipice. The profound question before you is, will you choose to cross it? Will you step boldly forward into the exhilarating unknown with unwavering faith, even if your knees tremble? Or will you retreat, with the familiar tug of fear, back into the perceived safety of what is comfortable but ultimately unfulfilling? The choice, and only the choice, is irrevocably yours. And while I am powerless to make that choice for you, I can, with absolute certainty, assure you of this. On the other side of that threshold awaits everything you have ever, in your deepest heart, yearned for and tirelessly searched for. Peace that permeates your very being, a profound sense of purpose that ignites your spirit, a formidable power that emanates from your core, a boundless freedom that liberates your soul, a pristine clarity that illuminates your path, and an unadulterated joy that overflows your cup. It is all there, patiently waiting, beckoning you forward. But you must take that intrepid step. You must cross that sacred threshold. You must, above all else, choose yourself. So today, right now, in the vibrant, pulsating energy of this very moment, make that definitive choice. Choose truth even when it's uncomfortable. Choose growth even when it stretches you. Choose yourself above all external expectations. And let December 8th etch itself into the annals of your personal history as the day you look back upon and declare, with resounding conviction, that's when everything irrevocably changed. That's when I finally truly woke up. That's when I finally stepped into the fullness of my inherent power. You are not present here by some random accident, chosen one. You are here by meticulous, divine design. And this precise moment, this potent message, this significant day. It is all an integral, perfectly orchestrated part of your grand awakening. So, honor it with reverence, embrace it with open arms, and act upon it with unwavering resolve, because the world, in its yearning, is waiting with bated breath for you to rise into your magnificent potential. And December 8th is the day your glorious ascent truly begins. The universe itself has been diligently preparing you for this very juncture. All the daunting challenges you have faced, every arduous lesson you have courageously learned, every searing pain you have endured, it was all a meticulously designed crucible, shaping you, strengthening you, preparing you for this precise moment, for this monumental breakthrough, for this profound and irreversible transformation. And now, at long last, you are ready. You may not yet feel entirely ready. You may still grapple with whispers of doubt. You may still feel the familiar tremor of fear. But true readiness, my resilient friend, is not the absence of fear. It is, rather, the indomitable willingness to courageously move forward despite its presence. And you possess that willingness. I can feel its potent resonance vibrating within your very core. That is precisely why you are still here, still listening, still open to receiving. So trust yourself implicitly. Trust the unfolding process of your journey. Trust, with every fiber of your being, that you are exactly where you need to be in this divine orchestration. And step forward with an emboldened heart, knowing with absolute certainty that everything you need, every resource, every support, will be abundantly provided as you bravely forge ahead. This unequivocally is your moment. December 8th, 2025. The day you finally ceased waiting. The day you finally quieted the incessant chorus of doubt. The day you finally, consciously, and irrevocably chose to become the magnificent being you were always meant to be. And when you make that life-altering choice, everything shifts. Not in an instant, overnight flash, but steadily, progressively, and beautifully. Not through some magical, inexplicable intervention, but through a natural, organic unfolding. And before you even fully realize it, you will look back upon this very day and understand, with profound clarity, that it was the true beginning of everything. The pivotal turning point, the sacred moment when your life finally, harmoniously aligned with the deepest yearning of your soul. So, do not allow this precious moment to merely pass you by. Do not permit this extraordinary day to slip away, indistinguishable from all the others. Choose. Transform. Because you are ready. You have always been ready. And the universe itself is poised, eagerly waiting to shower you with support the very instant you take that first, decisive step. Type, "I am ready," in the comments if you feel this profound truth resonating deep within your soul. Let that powerful declaration be your unwavering commitment, your sacred promise to yourself, that today truly is the day everything changes. You found this video at the exact, divinely timed moment you were meant to. Now, honor that impeccable timing by boldly stepping into the magnificent life you were always destined to live. December 8th is yours. This moment is yours. Your unparalleled transformation is yours. Claim it.